Hello. Oh, let's get the camera sorted out. Oh, my giddy aunt. Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Oh, yeah, I'm a bit late actually, 5 minutes late. I was struggling to get everything ready. I've had all day. My niece rang me actually just when I was going to get ready. Why is my camera lopsided? Why am I looking lopsided? I'm on an angle, aren't I? Hi Nathan, I'm on an angle for some strange reason. The camera is wonky. Gosh, it's still wonky. Why is it wonky? I look as though I'm on a slope and I don't know why. Let's bend it back a bit. Do I still look? Oh, I still look as though I'm on a slope. Why? Hi, Sophie, Nathan, Esther. I'm having trouble with my camera. I'm on a slope here for some unknown reason. Let's go and bend it the other way. Oh God! Look, I'm still on board ship. Oh my goodness me! What can I do? What can I do to stop it looking like I'm on board a ship and I'm sinking? It's gone worse. Oh my God! What is wrong with this camera? Oh, you'll have to put up with me. Look at that! I can't get it straight. I can't get my camera. Oh my giddy aunt. Oh, you'll have to put up with it looking crooked. I can't get it to go straight. I look like I'm on board ship and I'm sliding, don't I? Oh, my garden, Esther. Well, I've been trying to dead edit and do all sorts to it. My indoor plants are doing fine, but my outdoor plants are sadly lacking in something, yeah. Right, hello, who we got now? Nathan, Sophie, Enid, Esther, Linda. I think that's everybody. Oh, sorry about the sloping bit. It's not your eyes, it's my camera. And I can't get it to go straight. So you'll have to just put up with me sliding to the left or the right or whichever way it is. Ah, cheers. I wasn't in a giddy mood until this camera started. Oh, I don't know what is wrong with it. It just won't level up. It's not usually this bad, is it? Is it normally wonky or is it just me? Oh, that is hot. Hot, 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 hot. Oh, dear. Well, I was doing all right until this camera started, yeah. Oh, I hope everybody else is doing better than me. I'm not having a good day, am I? What is wrong with this? This camera is bugging me. Why is it wonky? The more I twist it, the more it's going wonkier. See, it's not wonky when I hold it, but when I put it on something, it goes wonky. How annoying. It's going to be annoying me this now. Somebody's sending me messages, probably telling me it's wonky. Yes, I know it's wonky. You don't have to tell me. Oh, and somebody's peeing Lizzie off. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to look. Sorry, Lizzie. Come on. I shall look later when I've stopped sliding. Oh God, and I'm not on a drink either. Oh, I could have just done it if I've had a drink and everything's sliding to the left or the right. Oh dearie me. Right, I've got my knitting tonight. You won't be pleased to know because I might be going wrong, but here goes. Got me knitting. Dee. Yes, pink. I'm all in pink today. That's what I said. I wouldn't say pretty in pink, but I'm doing my best. So, everybody, what's everybody up to? What are you all up to? If you want to know what I'm knitting, sorry, it's all in black and white, but that's what I'm knitting. I got it from Etsy, so you can get it from Etsy if you want it. But I had to send away for 2 more balls because it said 8 50-gram balls and I had 400 grams. No, it won't do it. Won't do it anyway. So I had to go on Wool Warehouse to buy 2 more balls. And, you know, you get £30, you get free postage. So, like, nah, think she's saving money. No, she's not saving money because she ordered some wool. This is right up Mrs. D's street. It's Stitched by Mrs. D, if you don't know her. It's called Wicked. Look at that. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Could not resist. Must be a new colour. I've not remembered seeing this before. Boho Spirit. It says it's Aran, but it's not. No way is this Aran. It's so thin. No way is that an Aran. Yeah. Look at the colour. How gorgeous. Ooh. I showed it to Val and she's going, don't show it me, don't show it me. It's lovely. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah. You finish your 9-foot long scarf. That'll be wang. What were you here? It's not for you, is it, Enid? Because, you know, you and your hot flushes with a 9-foot scarf. Be like a boa constrictor. Oh, dear. Yeah. So I'm doing my knitting. So if I go wrong, you'll hear me cursing. Because I don't usually knit a pattern while I'm doing lives, do I? But it's what I'm doing, yeah. It's for your daughter, but winters are brutal. Actually, imagine sewing 9 foot of it. The only time I've known anybody knit one that long was when, do you remember Zoe, 24 karat crochet? She made a Doctor Who scarf. She made it in all the right colours, yeah. So she was. I don't think she even made it for herself. Actually, it took her forever to knit it. She did it all in garter stitch, all in the right colours. Yeah, that took some dedication, didn't it? Yeah. Hi, Sue. -10. Yeah. Yeah, she made a Doctor Who scarf. You remember Zoe, don't you? 24 karat crochet. Yeah, she made a Doctor Who. It cost her a bomb as well because she got all the right colours. Yeah. And she made it for somebody else. She's such a brave woman. I wouldn't have made a 9-foot scarf for somebody else. That's getting on my nerves. That it's very pretty, but it's getting on my nerves. I don't do well with bangles unless it's the pop group. No, she doesn't do videos anymore. She's kind of busy. She does some admin work for a group, like a sci-fi kind of group. I made a video this week. Then I come to upload it. And it went like the speed of light. The whole video uploaded to YouTube in a minute. I thought, that's not right. Well, there was no sound. So you didn't get a video. Yeah. I was showing you all my plants. But you'll have to look on YouTube for my plants, on Facebook for my plants now because I've put them all on the window bottom. It was 10 feet when it started and it stretched. Why do you want short scarves that long? I've made them about 3 foot long, but not 10 foot long, yeah. Yeah. I've got so many scarves and cowls in the garage, it's untrue. I need to have a sale on it, eBay. I've got furry ones, you know, like that furry wool. I've got they've all got brooches attached to them and everything. Got some beautiful ones. I need to get them out for winter and see if I can sell them on eBay. Why does nobody messages me until I come on and I either do a video or I actually remembered to mute on that video that never happened. I actually managed to mute it. Who's sending me messages? A balloon of bonuses. Unlock your award. No, thank you. I don't want to unlock my awards. Well, Crafty Clegg has made a video. I haven't watched it yet. But Jeanette was talking about going to Trafford Centre for that. Are they called the Boo Boos or something? Anyway, it was in the local paper saying people were queuing for 5 hours to buy one. I wouldn't be bothered. Wouldn't be bothered. 5 hours for a dolly. No, thanks. You carried on going till you ran out of wool, did you? You did. Hi, Val. Oh, I wouldn't want one anyway, fake or otherwise, Nathan. They don't attract me. I never go into trends, like, you know, when those Tamagotchis and things, or Tamaguchis, whatever they were called, were all the rage. I never wanted one of them. I'm just not into this. I can't understand, you know, why everybody kind of buys into these crazes and they all go crackers. And the people who make them must be rubbing their hands, you know, saying, hey, we've got some more idiots who want to buy this, yeah. Yeah. Oh, around a guy and 2 friends, 2 daughters. Oh, God, those Tamagotchis, were they the ones you had to keep alive or something? People couldn't go to school because the mums were letting their thingamajigs die because they had to feed them or something. Oh, what an idiot. They weren't probably a Japanese or Chinese that made them up, weren't they? Rubbing their hands all the way to the bank. I wish I could invent something that everybody wanted to buy. Then I could be rich. What you loved them? Japanese ink, was it? Yeah. Yeah. I kept Val up last night. She phoned me to tell me something and I kept her on the phone for 2 hours. We put the world to rights though, didn't we, Val? If anybody's got my phone number, you want 2-hour conversation, I'm your girl. Oh dear. Val's husband went to bed. Got fed up with us talking. You missed Jo? Well, I never had a Joanne, so I don't know. It's not something I would miss. Well, I bet that's probably the way with them Labuboos or something, whatever they call the foo-foos, Labuboos or something. I bet any money those people who queued 5 hours at the Trafford Centre, when they got to the front of the queue, there wouldn't be any left. I hope Jeanette didn't go and queue for 5 hours. That's Crafty Cleggs. I haven't watched a video, so I don't know if she did or not. She talked about taking her husband to the Trafford Centre. Is it a Tamagotchi? Oh, yeah. Lafufu is a fake Laboob. I wouldn't know a real one from a fake one, and it wouldn't really interest me anyway. I'm not into all these trends. So nobody will be pinching anything off my handbag. They're not pretty, are they? No. Mind you, a lot of these trendy things are not pretty, are they? You remember those dolls, those Cabbage Patch dolls? They were ugly, weren't they? And even Bratz dolls weren't particularly pretty because they had such big heads, didn't they? You know, you're like, why do they make them looking like that? Why do they not make them looking really bit more realistic, you know? Maybe they wouldn't sell. They've got to look appealing, haven't they? Oh, the Cabbage Patch dolls. Sue, you know, my friend in Scotland, she absolutely loves them. And occasionally she buys them in charity shops, and I'm going like, why? You know, 50-odd-year-old, what do you want a Cabbage Patch doll for at your age? Oh, you've got two. Oh, they're ugly. They're ugly, Linda. You got to admit it that they're ugly. Hey, oh. I've been in the garden, in the yard most of today, cutting dead heads off and trying to get rid of some weeds and things. Oh, for goodness sake, what is wrong with this phone? Every time I come on a live, it. Oh, it's Lizzie. If you're watching, Lizzie, I'm on the. I'm going to put it on silent. I've had enough. Lizzie knows I come on her live, so she doesn't need to send me messages. Sound. Oh, oh, shut up. Call volume down. Sound down. Alarm down. Right, nobody can send me any messages now. It's off. So if I fall asleep, you can't ring me, Val, because I've turned the sound down. It might vibrate, but never mind. But I can't look at things that people send me when I'm on here because I can't look and talk and do everything at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. I washed my baby doll's baby grow the other day because it had been in the garage, so its baby grow was a bit grubby. I don't play with it, by the way. It's a mannequin model for me baby clothes. And I thought to myself, if I got to take some photographs with this stupid camera that does videos at 90 miles an hour, I don't know why it did it that. It did it that quick, and then it didn't have any sound. So I'll be taking it to the library again, saying to my friend, "What's wrong with this flipping phone? This all I get from her is make them on your phone. I don't like it on your phone. It's like narrow down the phone, and also I can't monetize it when it's on my phone." Somebody's still sending me messages because it's going zip, 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 zip now. But I'm not looking. Hi, Helen. How am I? Well, I'm looking like I'm on board a ship, if you notice, Helen. It's a bit slanting. And I can't sort my camera out. I'm having camera troubles all around this week. I don't know what is... That's a new camera. That's 3 cameras I've got now. And none of them work. The only one that works is the one on here, which means I've got to do all my videos sat here. So I can't show you anything outside. I can't show you my plants. Can't show you anything because my camera won't work. I don't know why I bother. Like I say, all my friend says to me is use your phone, use your phone. But I don't like using my phone because it doesn't do a very good video. Plus the fact it shuts off. Oh, coffee. It shuts off after 20 minutes anyway. Hi, Chris. Well, I actually sent a text message to Trev, but he never answered me, so I presume he hasn't picked it up yet. I was asking him how he was, and I don't think he's picked it up. Let's have a look if he's picked his message up. Probably not. Let me see. Trevor, have you picked up your message? No, he hasn't. So he won't answer me because he's not picked his message up yet. Yeah, oh look, necklace. I've even got changed my earrings, but they keep facing backwards. I don't know why. Maybe I've got them on the wrong ears. Maybe I've got a left and a right earring in the wrong ears. It's vintage, this. I bought this to go to a wedding in Skiathos. It must be 15 years ago. Yeah. You know me. Waste not, want not. I don't give things away. Fashion passes me by. I actually lengthened it because it was short, so I put a lot of lace on the bottom of it. And a lady actually stopped me on the seafront when I was wearing it. And she said, "Oh, what a pretty dress." She said, "I love the lace round the bottom." I said, "I put that on because it was only, it was calf length. You know me, I like maxi things. So I put a bit of lace around the bottom. But I've just noticed I must have got it trapped in my scooter, I think, because it's coming off at one corner. Janet will be stitching tomorrow. Getting out her sewing threads. But today's been a plant day. I've been doing, I got some lovely plants. I don't know whether you saw my pictures on Facebook. And I feel awful because I've had 2 lots of plants from this online site. And I told my friend about them and she ordered her, and hers are such a, oh, they were broken and they were dead and they were awful. And she can't get her money back or anything. And when I looked at the reviews for this online site, they're terrible. And yet, my plants are gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, what can you say? You know, I just recommended them because mine were okay. Oh dear, I feel awful now. And my fruit trees, 4 of my fruit trees are growing. Yeah, so I'm quite happy. But I don't know whether I'll order any more after reading all the bad reviews. Just maybe I've just been lucky. Anyway, I've got a whole window bottom full now, so I don't think I need any more. And I'm not ordering any more outdoor plants now until next year. Yeah. My little greenhouse, my friend's volunteered her husband to put it together for me. Poor thing. I don't think he knows he's been volunteered yet, but I bet he's sick of me buying things in kit form. I always have these bright ideas that I'm going to be able to do them. But when they arrive, you know, they're in about 90 pieces, I'm like, no. Just not able to do it at all, yeah. Yeah, I'm knitting pink. Look, that pink, to make the boys wink. I would say pretty in pink, but I'm wearing it, so no. I do my best. Do my best with what God gave me, yeah. I think he was running out of looks when he got to me. Never mind. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that wicked wool. Maybe a hexie cardigan? I don't know, yeah. Assemble yourself cruise ship. Well, it's lottery tonight, so, you know, just all keep your fingers crossed. You know, just in case I might have a win. Do you know, I'm ever hopeful, aren't I? I've always been a very hopeful, optimistic type of person. I don't know why, because it doesn't usually work out my way, but, you know, I'm still optimistic. You know, you don't have to be, don't you? It's no good being a pessimist. Oh, somebody likes my photo. Oh, darling. Bzz, bzz. My phone, I've turned off the sound, but it still goes zip, zip. Because I haven't turned off the, what do you call it, vibration. Sounds good, that, doesn't it? A vibrating phone. It's been gorgeous today. Absolutely glorious today. But there's just been that little bit of wind, so it's not been too hot, if you're with me. It's just get that little breeze. So it's been quite comfortable to go out into the back here. I never get a suntan because I don't sit in it, although my arms are a bit suntan, but I don't sit out. I've got a sun lounger and I don't know why. The sun lounger at the moment is just like a plant. It's laid flat like that. It's got all the plants on it. Well, it keeps them off the ground, so it keeps the snails away, doesn't it? So I never lie on it. The mattress is in the garage. Yeah. The only people who used to use that lounger was the dogs. The dogs used to love it. They used to lie on it all day long. I've got a baby seagull living on my roof, on my garage roof. It's been there all day. I don't know if it's got a nest up there or whether it's just, likes to sit on the roof. It's only a baby because he's not got his full feathers yet. It's not the one that does the dancing on the conservatory, by the way. That's a full seagull. Although the baby was there the other day. He was on there. I think maybe there must be little flies or something on the roof that they like, they eat or something. I can't see it being up there for no reason, can you? Tra-la-la, la-la-la-la. Knitting's all right, but it's so slow, isn't it? You know me, I'm used to doing a sweater in a week. I've been knitting this, I don't know how long, and I haven't even done the back yet. It just seems to take forever knitting. And I think I used to knit all the time, But now I prefer to crochet. Yeah, it was a gentle breeze, Chris. It wasn't a hurricane. Yeah. Yeah, my plants are, oh dear. A lot of my outdoor plants got attacked by storm florists, so they've never recovered yet. One of the women at Knit Club takes her all the time to knit and purl. She goes wrong on a knit row. She does pearls in the middle of a knit row. So she goes, "Oh, you're doing that without the pattern?" I went, "Yeah, well, it's only 8 row. I mean, 4 of them are pearls. So once you've done it a few times, you can memorise it, can't you?" And she's like, "Oh, you're so clever." I used to do Aaron at one time, They've got hundreds of rows on an Aaron. But like once you've memorised where the cables go and that, you can usually do it without the pattern. I can remember when I had the shop, sorting out people's knitting. They couldn't do it when they'd do the pattern because they were following it, row by row by row, religiously, row by row by row. And then they got to the raglan. Of course, they're losing stitches either side. Couldn't do it. And I'm like, well, you're following the pattern up. You can see where the knit two together to go. You're following it up. No, can't do it. I used to be taking knitting home. My ex-husband used to say to me, "Whose knitting are you doing now? You weren't knitting that colour yesterday." I said, "It's not mine. It's some flipping woman at work." "Well, why do you keep doing it? Just tell them to learn how to do it." I said, "It's not easy." In the end, some of them I used to say, "Look, just do the raglan bit plain. When you get to the ear, just have a plain bit at the top." Don't do the lacy bit at the top. I used to dread some of my customers picking a lacy pattern. I used to think, oh no, it's beyond you. You know you can't do it. Why do you do it? Just stick to stocking stitch. Dee, dee, dee. Well, one of the ladies at knit clubs I used to go to, her granddaughter has learned to crochet, and she's doing exactly the way I learned to crochet without the pattern. She just does things and turns them into things, and I'm like, yeah, that's the way you should be doing it. That's how designers are made, isn't it? You know, anybody making up a knitting pattern or making up a crochet pattern, that's how they do it. You know, they just pick a shape and pick a pattern and do it. Yeah, she's doing very well, I believe. I haven't seen her because I can't get there anymore because it's in the evening, you know, and I won't go out on my scooter in the evening. Well, I would if it was round the corner like I used to before. Because where it is, I used to only live round the corner. But now I live miles away. So I ain't going out in the dark. I don't even go to I always call it the corner shop, and it's not the corner shop, it's on the block, you know. But it's like a corner shop. I won't even go out there when it's dark. I'm like on a curfew, you know. Unless I'm going in a taxi, I don't go out at dark. Yeah, my niece phoned me. She was on her way to a restaurant to meet up with her friend. She's on her way back to Prestwich. She just come back from Scarborough and Whitby, a holiday. And she's on her way to Brighton next week. I'd love to go to Brighton. It looks ever so nice. It looks like my kind of shops in Brighton, you know, sort of little shops with lots of second-hand and boho kind of shops. Yeah. I'd love to go there. But I won't. I won't get there. Yeah, it's growing. But I've got to do 23 inches up to the shoulders because there's no armhole shaping. So I've got quite a way to go yet. Where it said 400 grams for this sweater, never in a million years, yeah. I've ordered 2. I really probably only need 1 extra, but it'll come in because I'm still doing my shawls. I got given 3 more balls from the lady who's blind. She doesn't like the colour. So she gave them to me to make a shawl for the old people. Not that I'm an old person, of course. Young at heart. That's me. Young at heart. It's a song, isn't it, that? I think. Oh, hi, Connie. Well, I'm all right, I think, apart from my camera being crooked. I'm fine. So it's not your eyesight, it's my camera. I'm making a sweater. Pink, would you believe, for me? Must be crazy. That's what I'm doing. That. Don't know why I'm making pink. And I'm wearing pink. I don't normally wear pink. I just bought this pink dress when I was going to a wedding in Skiathos. And today I thought, do you know what? I'm going to put it on. I don't often wear it because it's a bit fancy with having all the lace at the bottom. It's a bit frilly for every day. But I thought, what? I'm going to put it on. Yeah. Jan and pink. No, you don't. Never usually see me in pink. I've even got pink earrings on. Although I think I've got the left one in the right ear and the opposite way around. Because the bit that you're supposed to see keeps twizzling round to the back. It matches the necklace. But they just don't stay round the front. Yeah, I'm a purple girl. Yeah. The ones of you who've weren't when I first came on, look at that. It's Boho Spirit and it's called Wicked. If you watch Stitched by Mrs. D, she would love that. Because she loves that film, doesn't she? Wicked. Look at that. Gorgeous, isn't it? Don't know what I'm going to make with it yet, but I wasn't supposed to be buying any wool, but I had to buy an extra ball or two of this because I didn't have enough. Yeah, I love Boho Spirit. It says it's an Aran, but it never is an Aran. It's a double knitting. I don't know why it says Aran on it. It's not at all. If you knitted an Aran pattern with it, it'd come out too small. But it's classed as an Aran. Val found a place that sells it cheaper. So, but it's online. You have to buy 10 balls though. But I paid $3.99 for that, and Val found a place, and it's £28 free postage for 10. But I am not being tempted by any more. I've still got some in the shed. I keep saying in the shed, in the garage. I've still got some of boho. But the reason I haven't knitted that up is I bought it to make up for. Hi Amanda. To sell, but of course I stopped selling things, didn't I? So it's pale green and grey. It's not my colours at all. But I thought it would sell, you know. But obviously, seeing as I'm not selling anything at the moment, I'm going to have make an effort. I really am, because I want the room in the garage as well as wanting the money, but I keep saying that I'm never doing it. 25 for 10. I thought it was 28 for 10. No, 25 for 10. There you are, Linda. Will tempt you. Free postage. I'll send you the link. I'm a great enabler. Have you noticed that? Yeah. When I used to be buying off ice yarns all the time, and people used to say, we've been on ice yarn and spent a fortune. It's you. You keep showing us all these yarns. I should have got commission from ice, but I never did. I never even got any free wool from them. You come down and you'll dress Paris. Oh, you can dress Paris. I've actually found the bogie for her now. You know, the one that's like a flat thing with wheels on. So I can move her about now because she's too heavy to keep lifting. Then I remembered I had this bogie thing, whatever you call them, a dolly they call them, don't they? In the garage that we used to move furniture with. So I thought, oh, I'll sellotape her to the bogie. Oh, I can't sell at places like that, Val. They come wanting to buy bits and pieces. You know, they come wanting to buy a hat or a pair of mittens. They don't come to want to buy a garment. When I've done craft fairs before, oh, they're beautiful, oh, they're gorgeous, oh, they're lovely. Then they just they go and they don't buy anything. Oh, the crochet mags at the moment, don't bother, Amanda, they're horrible. The last 3 that's come from Simply Crochet haven't been worth the paper they printed on. They've been absolute rubbish. But I can't. You're not allowing yourself to buy any more yarn. I say that. I've got a bloody, like you say. I laugh at Sheila doing her stash videos. If I did my stash videos, there'd probably be about 25 of them. If I start showing you every ball of wool that she does, I'd be there forever. Oh dear. I just obviously need to knit faster, don't I? Yeah, she's coming to Blackpool for 4 days, I think. Is it, or a week? I'm not sure. In about a month. Sheila and the cycle. It does sound like she says a psychopath instead of the psychopath, doesn't it? It's her accent. Like, some people don't understand my accent, and I don't know why. Not that bad, is it? And nobody used to understand Sue. She needed subtitles, Sue. And yet she was only from round the corner from where I was. She was from Darwin. Or was it Burnley? Darwin, I think. We're saving up the bad weather for you, Linda. It's been glorious, but you know, we're saving up the rain. The wind and the rain for you. I keep hoping we're going to get what they used to call an Indian summer. Although we probably can't say that anymore, can we? But that's what we used to call it when you had summer in September. Because when I lived in Royton when I was a kid, they used to have what they call the Wakes Week. And it meant that all the factories used to shut down for a week, I think it was. And the whole village kind of used to empty because everybody used to go to Blackpool, Southport, whatever, go on the train for a week. Shops used to be shut. You couldn't get a loaf of bread, not for love nor money. And don't forget, there were no freezers back in the day. So it was, you had to buy anything you wanted before the Wakes Week, before it shut down. And they also used to have another a week in September, another kind of Wakes Week when everybody went away. And it was always glorious in September, absolutely glorious. But it makes you smile like now because, you know, oh, you can't take your children out of school and all that. The schools in Royton used to accommodate because they knew that the mills used to shut down, so it was compulsory that you took this week as your holiday because, you know, they used to save up because they didn't get paid for the week that they were on holiday. They used to save up in the Wakes Club, they used to call it. It's WAKES, a Wakes Club. And then they used to draw it out so that they could go on holiday. And the week after the Wakes Week was always a poor week because nobody had any money even for food because you'd spent it all at Blackpool or whatever, yeah. You had an Indian summer last year, yeah. I don't think we had a terrible summer last year. I've worn sleeveless things more since I moved here than I did all the time I lived in Fleetwood. I don't know whether it's just that the weather's warmer or whether it's warmer here. I don't know. I'm only about two miles or so down the road from where I used to live before. But when I lived in Prestwich, I used to wear short sleeves all the time. I used to be out on my decking. You know, it was a far walk because you're inland, you see, in Manchester. Here, you've always got that sea breeze. Oh, no. Last year, I don't think we had much of a summer at all. I can remember about 2 weeks when it was nice, a whole year, I think. It was dreadful last year. here I've got a sun trap garden again. Yay me! I did have one in Prestwich. When they were selling us the house in Prestwich, this lady had said to us, "Oh, I'm sorry to leave this garden. It's a right sun trap." And we thought, oh, she's just saying that because she wants to sell us the house. But oh boy, it was. It was in a dip. It was like terraced at the back. As you came out of the back, I had decking, and then it went down, and then it went down again. So the wind didn't get you because the hedges either side used to block the wind. So any bit of sun used to start directly into my garden. So it was a right sun trap. And I do miss that because me and the dog used to sit outside all the time, yeah. You got a sunbird sitting outside? Well, you must be very pale skinned then, Linda. I've never been sunburnt yet. Not here, anyway. I've been sunburnt. No, not been sunburnt. I used to get sunburnt at Prestwich, but I don't sit out in it. I mean, even today. I did sit out a little bit while I was repotting. Because the plants that I got sent, the indoor plants, they're lovely and they're beautiful and that, but they were in such tiny little pots, they were kind of too big for a tiny pot, so I've repotted them all. Yeah. Oh, Gigi used to lie out in the sun. And the church, yeah. Oh, I miss that church. And the bells ringing, yeah. And I miss the little birds that used to be in the tree, if you remember. Here we get seagulls, but there used to be little swallows and sparrows and things like that. And every time I went out to make a video, they used to start chirping. You'd never hear them all day long. You get the minute I switched my camera on. Those were the days when I could use a camera. As I say, 2 more cameras later, and they don't work. I don't know what's wrong with this camera. You remember the birds? Yeah, they were lovely, weren't they? They used to nest in the privets. Yeah. And every year the blooming magpies used to get the eggs. They were paying them magpies. They used to build the nests, the magpies, in the trees at the bottom we had a clough at the bottom, a woodland. And the magpies used to run riot in there. And the kestrels, we had kestrels in the church. Nesting pair of kestrels on the church tower. Yeah, the bells used to ring on a Sunday. It was lovely, yeah. No rest for the wicked. Have you been very wicked this week, Enid? Mate, at least I'm not tired. Do you know, I crawled into bed last week. I said, I've got to go. I'm falling asleep. Turned the computer off, took my makeup off, put my nightie on, and I was gone. Didn't need any rocking. I was just gone. I barely remember. I mean, I did remember to take my makeup off. I never go to sleep with my makeup on. But, it's a wonder I didn't fall asleep in my clothes. I was that tired. And I slept, I think it was about 10:30 or 11 when I got up on the Sunday morning. I just zonked, completely zonked. But I hadn't been sleeping well, and my hip and my back were really bad last week. They're not much better this week, but they're a bit better. So I think I was on my painkillers and stuff, I think I said to you I'd taken 2 painkillers before I came on the live last week. I don't like taking them because they zonk me out. But it was either squealing pain every time I moved or take my painkillers. So you had 2 options last week, so you got the sleep. You didn't get the yeah, but you got the sleep. Yeah, I was trying to water my plants, and I was watering them with the watering can because I'd put some, plant food into the water. I do that every, few weeks. So I couldn't use the hose pipe. I was having to do them with the watering can. It's quite heavy when it's full of water. And some of my plants are on the fence, so I was like trying to water them up there. So that wasn't helping. The sunflowers have died now. Well, they're on their last legs. I think I've got one still there. And I was deadheading. I think they've all... But my bulbs were quite disappointing, really. They all grew leaves, but they never grew any flowers. My gladioli, I had about 12 gladioli, great tall things with leaves, but no sign of a flower. None of them. I don't know what happened, whether I got dud bulbs. But they came from 2 different places. But I'm not very successful with my outdoor plants. I'm all right with my indoor plants. But then I didn't get any... Oh, yeah, I did get flowers. I got 2 rose bushes. They were the only things I was a little bit disappointed with, was the rose bushes, but I only paid £1 each for them. And I think they might revive. I've given them some plant food and put them they're in the spare bedroom. I've got lovely, lovely wide window bottoms, really wide. They're from a bay, the bay window goes out. But I've got a window bottom that's about, 18 inches. So it's great for me plants. One of my plants, I've had it for about 10 years, I had it when I was in Prestwich. And it just grew a leaf every now and again. And since I put it on the window bottom and I've given it some plant food and that, it's grown all these new shoots at the bottom. It's gone crazy. It's got about 12 new leaves at the bottom. And they seem to come overnight. I walked in and went, what? The plant's gone crazy. I did give it some new soil as well, so that did help. It probably used all the nutrients in the other soil. I'm getting a bit green-fingered. I'm trying my best. I'm not very green-fingered. I've not inherited that from my mother. She was terribly green-fingered. She could get any dead bit of stick and stick it in the ground and it would grow. Me, no. I even bought that rooting powder stuff that you're supposed to put on them, to make them root. No. But my fruit trees, 4 of them are growing. They're only miniature ones, only little ones. They're not going to be big trees because obviously they're in a pot. But maybe I might get some fruit on them. You never know. Never know, next year maybe I'll get fruit. I've never had a fruit tree. Not even when we had the garden, at Prestwich. It's funny, I'm still on their WhatsApp group for my street. I've never left it. And they're always, anybody want this? Anybody want that? And I'm like, no, I can't go all the way to Prestwich to pick it up. Somebody put this great big IKEA Kallax they didn't want. Anybody want this? I'm like, yeah. Would have been great in my garage. What am I knitting? I'm knitting a sweater. A sweater. If you like the pattern, it's on Etsy. It's yellow, I think, on the cover. I just printed it out in black and white, yeah. I've got 2 geraniums in the back garden. I've got a lemon geranium. Well, apparently it's not called a geranium. It's a lemon geranium, but it doesn't have any flowers. It does have lovely scented leaves though. But my mother always had a lemon geranium, always did, on the kitchen window bottom. And I kept going in garden centres and saying I wanted a lemon geranium, and they kept saying they don't have them. No, there's no such thing. Anyway, it's not called a geranium. It looks like a geranium, but it's not called one. But the leaves, if you touch them, they smell really lemon. And apparently it's supposed to help to keep flies away. Yeah. Well, I grew potatoes, didn't I, from sprouted potatoes, yeah. It's only 8 rows. It's what we call feather and fan. Feather and fan stitch. I don't know if you can see it or not. I've got pea pods on me sweet peas. I've taken them off, and I can maybe plant them next year, yeah. Because the sweet peas have all died now. But as I said, they've left these pea pod things that I've taken off. I'm going to dry them and see if they can plant them next year. Yeah, according to the plant people, though, they're not called a lemon geranium in England. I used to grow carrot tops when I was a kid. You know, when you got the carrots and they had the sprouty bits on the top. You don't get them now because supermarkets bleach and blanch them and do whatever. And we used to put them on a saucer, and they used to grow all these fronds and that. I never planted them because I don't think they would have grown carrots, but it used to be pretty. And then I used to grow beans as well. You know, I used to put a jam jar and put blotting paper around it. Put a bean, and the bean used to grow. We did that with my son, and then we did, you know, everybody grows cress, don't you? Like mustard cress, yeah. Yeah, I was trying to teach my son how to grow things. He never showed much interest, though. He still doesn't like gardening. It was his wife that used to do the gardening when we lived in. I didn't do it because, like, I'd have probably done it wrong or something, yeah. A squirrel planted a peach tree. It's like me with bluebells at Presswich. I had loads of bluebells and an iris, and I never planted any of them. I think the birds must have fetched them, yeah. Yeah. But I'm really not green fingered, so I'm just glad I'm keeping houseplants alive. Not got any flowers, they're just plants, green leaf plants, but at least I'm keeping them alive, which is a miracle for me because I'm not that way inclined. I thought better off sticking, not flowers, yeah. I mean, my peach lily's not doing so good. The leaves are going fine, but the flower died. I tell you, I don't do well with flowers. Dee, 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 dee. This ball's going a lot further than I thought it would. I might have done it with 4 balls, but you never know. I can always use the other 2 up in a shawl. It won't be wasted. As my mother used to say, don't eat anything. What have you done, Janet? That's right. You're all right. One of my plants I got is a sour cherry, but what it is, I don't know. Yeah, I've got a spider plant. I've got a nice one in the bathroom that somebody gave me, and that's growing quite well. But I've got one on this window bottom here. It's not doing so clever, but that was given to me. But it's not doing that well, actually. Janet, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be putting a wool forward there. It's not a wool forward there. I'm getting carried away with my wool forwards here. Mint. I always keep my mint in a plant pot because it does tend to ramble all over the garden, yeah. A lot of herbs do that though, yeah. Yeah, this spider plant's got a long straggly thing hanging off it. I had a spider plant for years and years and years in the bathroom. And then it just suddenly died. And yet that used to be throwing off babies all the time. I was always giving people spider plants. I think people got fed up with me. And I used to put them in yogurt pots. And every time they had a sale, at Orion's school, I used to take a load of Yeah, you got the spider. I was talking to Val on the phone last night, and her husband's like, "There's a spider. There's a spider." And he kept saying, "And it's a big spider." I had a huge one living with me. Arian called it Boris. Don't kill Boris. I don't like them. We found a false widow spider in the garage. I was going mad because I'm saying to my friend, "Kill it, kill it." And she's going, "No, I'll set it free." I said, "Don't set it free." I said, "It'll blooming come back again." I keep doing a wool forward where I'm not supposed to. Oh. Yeah, well, this was a false widow spider, apparently. She looked it up on, showed me a picture. I said, I really didn't want to see that. She's the one who keeps tarantulas, yeah. Yeah, husband wants to go to a snake and spider exhibition. She said, don't you dare come back with any more. Janet, what are you doing? You're not putting your wool forwards where you're supposed to put your wool forwards, and you're putting them where you're not supposed to. That's with talking. As Sheila would say, I'm talking, I'm going wrong. Shouldn't knit and talk, should we? Unless you're doing stocking stitch, of course. Mind you, I don't know how, if you watch Stitch by Mrs. D, she's the one who watched Wicked about 74 times. But she takes her sock knitting into the cinema and knits socks. I mean, I've knitted in places, but not in the dark. I mean, in the cinema, you can't see a thing, can you? And anyway, how can you be watching the screen if you're watching her knitting? She must knit, like without looking. Man, I suppose if it's socks, you're just going round and round and round, aren't you? I've got to do a front. This is the back. The sleeves, at least, are more interesting because you're increasing, aren't you? So you've got something to do every so many rows, haven't you? I've done it again. Why do I keep insisting on putting a wool forward? There. When there shouldn't be one. Luckily, I'm finding it before I go wrong. Ooh. So what have we all been doing this afternoon? I've been outside, like I say. Got a plastic bag full of bits of plants I've got to move tomorrow. And I'm not a lover of pink, to be honest with you, Amanda, but I had it in the garage. I must have bought it for some babies or something. I use 4 double pointed. I can't use circulars. You know me. I can't knit unless it's... I've got one needle under my arm. I can't knit down here. Yeah, I've got one needle underneath my arm. That's the only way I can knit. If I try knitting down here like this, I'm literally in, over, through, off. It's so slow. I'll be slower still. Yeah, I can knit stocking stitch more or less without looking, kind of. I mean, one lady were laughing at me the other day when I was doing granny stitch, you know, and she said, "You're not even looking what you're doing." And I went, "Well, with granny stitch, you go into a hole, don't you? You don't even go into a stitch. You go into the hole." So I said, "You don't need to look." And she goes, "Oh, well, God, I couldn't do that." We went to a cafe the other day and there was a lady, I think she must have been crocheting it together or doing a border. She had a lovely granny stitch blanket or whatever she was doing. She was sat outside this cafe. And I thought, I never think to bring mine with me. You know, when we go out. I mean, when we first moved here, I had this idea I would sit on the seafront and do my crocheting until I sat on the seafront and nearly got blown away. It's just not conducive to sitting there doing your crochet. It might be here, actually, because it might be a bit more sheltered. I've never thought to do it. Oh, did you take that hood off that cardigan? Has it finished up with a massive big neck hole? A friend came with a cardigan, a bought cardigan, not a handmade one, and it had a hood on. And she didn't want this hood, but when Val took the hood off, it's made a very big wide neck. If people don't craft, they don't understand that you can't just do things. I know a lady said that to me once. "Can you not just knit me a neckband?" I said, "Yeah, but what with?" Because it's a bought sweater. So I've got nothing to unpick to be the right colour to knit you a neckband. Oh. I said, you know, it's hard to match like a bought sweater with some wool. And in any case, any wool that you use that's hand knitted wool is much, much thicker than the yarn that they use to make a shop bought one on a machine. They use like a spidery thin like sewing thread. So you can't just knit a neckband. It'll look like chunky compared with the thread. They expect you to do miracles. I had a friend who used to do alterations, you know, sewing alterations. And she said, "Oh my God, it's, yeah. Hey Lizzie, I can't answer you whatever you sent me because I was on here. So I'll look at it later." My phone just kept buzzing and buzzing, so I turned it off. Do, do, do. Yeah, so saying that woman who did the alterations, she said some of the things she got asked to do, it was just like impossible. you know, it's not big enough. Can you make it wider? And she's like, well, I don't have any material, you know. It's glorious here, or it has been today. It's been a bit mixed. The other day it was cold, but yet today it's been beautiful, yeah. She said, how can I make something like 2 inches bigger when there's no spare material? You know, and she goes, what can't you do? She said, I can't do anything with it. You know, you have to have a piece let in it of a different colour. I can't match the fabric when there's no fabric to, you know, because they sew the seams really together. They don't give you a seam allowance anymore. I mean, in the old days when you used to buy a skirt and that, there used to be like an inch either side of seam allowance and you could let it out by an inch. But these days, no, they just cut everything and it's just like overlocked, yeah. So she said, no, I can't put an extra 2 inches in your skirt, you know. Where will I get the 2 inches from? Taking them in is easy. I'm doing my knitting, Leslie, today. Doing my knitting. Oh, I don't want it to go cold. Especially don't, well, it doesn't usually snow here. But I'm stuck in the house if it snows because I can't go out on my scooter. I'll be battling my way to the little corner shop or buying online if it snows. I don't think it'll snow here though. Too close to the sea to get snow. I don't think Cleveland's or Fleetwood's ever had like 6 foot of snow like we used to get in the good old days. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. I did play a bit of music today. I think I told you I put my CD rack together. So at least I've got my CDs out and about. I could use them now. There's something about knitting that makes my left shoulder hurt. There's the shoulder I broke. It doesn't affect me when I'm crocheting. I think it's because I move my arm about. After a while, I have to put my knitting down. But my crocheting's in the other room, so I'd have to go and get my bag of bits and bring it in. I can always do that if the pain gets too much. I tried one of those cushion things, you know, where you're supposed to put round you. They're like a breastfeeding cushion. And they sell them so you can put your arms on, but it just got in my way. I don't know if anybody else has ever used one. It's supposed to take the weight off your shoulders while you're knitting or whatever. Got it on. Sorry if I'm making anybody else yawn. Not as bad as last week when I kept nodding off. I couldn't help myself. I just kept going and luckily I kept waking myself up, so not many people noticed I'd actually gone to sleep. When I was out, I was going like that. I was out of it. I did it once when I lived in Prestwich and I was asleep for about 5 minutes apparently. And nobody knew what to do because nobody had my phone number. And there I was sleeping away. All I can remember was coming around and somebody going, 3, 2, 1, Janet's back in the room. I kept going like that last week. Val said it looked like I was looking down. But... Knitting club. Did I go on Monday? Yeah, I went on Monday. Yeah, I did. Couldn't remember. Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, we're very sedate old ladies. Well, we're not that old at the library because Sarah's not that old. The rest of us are. She's the youngest of a lot of us. All alone to be alone. Ay. I think I'll wash my bedding tomorrow if it's not raining. I think it's meant to be nice. I like to do my bedding on a nice day. I've got a spare set, but I don't know why. You just come back from buying yarn. I've been buying yarn as well, naughty me. Everything's gone up. When does anything come down? The people who buy that Manjaro are going to be in a mess, aren't they? It's gone up twice as much price. There'll be a lot less slimming people. Now they've got to pay twice as much for it. It's going up from 180, I think, a month to 300 and something. That'll sort out the wheat from the chaff, won't it? Won't stop the superstars buying it, will it? That won't be much to them, will it? It'll be small change, won't it? As long as I keep getting mine on the NHS, I'll be all right. I did get it, by the way, a week late, but I did get it. Maybe it'll stop mine being out of stock. Well, it is getting ridiculous. I read somewhere that, it was a ridiculous amount of people that the fire brigade had to get out of their houses because they had medical, appointments. And because they were so fat, they had to get the fire brigade to get them out of the house. And there was a huge number of people. It wasn't like a handful. And I remember thinking, my goodness, if I got to the stage where I couldn't get out the door, you had to be winched out of a window. How embarrassing would that be, having to have the fire brigade? Hi, Shad. My necklace today has got matching earrings. There. And they keep turning backwards. I think I've got my left earring in the right ear and my right earring in the left ear because they're facing backwards. Oh dear. It's quite heavy today. It's like solid in one piece. It's quite heavy. It's got little pink sparkly bits, and it's metal. These are metal, the leaves. So it's quite a hefty one today. I'm all in pink and I'm knitting pink. It's going to be sunny. Oh, good. Yeah, I'll get my bedding off. When I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll take my bedding off. I like that set because it's purple. So I've got 4 other sets, actually. So I like this purple one. It's got butterflies all over it. So if it's a nice day, I can wash it, dry it, and put it back on again. Makes it look like I've only got one set, doesn't it? But, I have got one other purple set, but it's itchy for some reason. It's like rough and itchy. Yeah, I was going to do it today, but I decided to do the garden instead. I've still got the garden to do tomorrow. But I haven't done all the dead heading yet and cut my sunflowers down. So I'll wash my bedding when I get up in the morning. Get it on that line. I love line drying everything. Your fabric haul, you go mad, don't you? Mind if you're using it, I don't criticise anybody for buying what they want because I'm a beggar for buying wool. So I cannot criticise anybody who buys whatever they want. I presume you'll use it, Sophie, so you're allowed. Val's another fabric one, aren't you, Val? She buys a lot of, those fat quarters and things for these really expensive people. She must have a store. Oh, I love washing on the line, yeah. I haven't got a tumble dryer anymore. I haven't got room in the kitchen for one, and I don't want one anyway. I don't have anything that needs to be dried in a hurry. Even my bedding doesn't need to be dried in a hurry. If it was raining or something, I'd put it inside. Hi, Magali. Because I've got spare sets, But I do like this purple set, so I tend to wash it when I can and then put it on the line, dry it, and put it back on again. So I wait for a nice day. I haven't got the energy to change it. It's prohibited. Oh dear. Oh, I'd go mad if I couldn't have a line. When I looked at this bungalow, when I went outside, I went, oh, it's got a washing line. Because I hate them things that go round and round, Because they don't dry the things in the middle. And you can't peg your sheets out. You peg your sheets, you have to go all the way around it to peg a sheet out. So I've got a washing line. It's only one, but there's only me, so I usually have enough with one washer load that just fills the line. I don't wait until I've got like 2 washer loads, because if I do that, then I haven't got the line space to put it on here. So I tend to wash when I've got a washer full, yeah. Yeah, I can't understand why they won't let you have a washing line. I think you're too posh. I know I lived somewhere where a friend of mine, she lived in a block of flats and they had balconies and they weren't allowed to put the washing out on the balcony. And I'm like, oh, I couldn't live there. It's just... Thank you, Shad, for reminding everybody, yeah, for the like button. Yeah, but I mean, not being able to put your washing on the balcony, it's... Hi, Julie. It's kind of like dictatorship, isn't it, You're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. I mean, you look at these people abroad and they stretch washing lines, don't they, between 2 buildings? That tickles me. Like, you could be like 4 floors up and there's a washing line and they have it on a pulley, don't they? Can you imagine if it got windy and your pegs went and all your washing finished up in the street? You had to go down and rescue your underwear from the street. No, I'd go mad if I didn't have a washing line, yeah. Yeah, they have it on a pulley. They share it, yeah. I think they do it like one day it's that house and next day it's that house, yeah. Oh yeah, I like my kitchen bright colours. It's more me, isn't it now? Mind that pale grey wasn't pale grey, by the way. By the time I cleaned it down before I painted it, it was actually pale blue. I said that to my neighbour. I said, you know that pale grey kitchen? She said, yeah. I said, well, it was pale blue, actually. The time I sugar soaked it and cleaned it. So, all of you that like my grey kitchen, you want grey? No, grey is a colour I just don't like. My bedroom, I can't afford to have it papered yet, so I put stickers on my window and stickers on my wardrobe. And I've got some more stickers to put on the Billy bookcases in the lounge. But I'll save that for a day when it's not sunny because I want to be outside, yeah. Your Walmart yarn is 5 stops away. I got a message from Amazon the other week. It said, your parcel is 4 stops away. And when I looked, it was in Preston. I thought, well, it might only be 4 stops away, but it's going to take it a long while to get from Preston to here. Yeah. 2 10-ounce skeins, a bright stripe. What are you going to make again? Not another scarf. Another 12-foot scarf. Oh, yeah, I call it greyish. It's horrible, isn't it? It's actually old-fashioned now. You know, everybody did everything in grey, didn't they? And now the interior designers, I mean, they do it for a purpose, don't they? Interior designers. They pick something and they say, oh, if you want your house to be this, that, and the other, you've got to have it. It used to be all white, didn't it, at one time? Then it was all beige, magnolia, and then it went to all grey. But now, of course, everybody's done everything in grey and white. And now the designers are like, well, you know, nothing's selling. So they're now saying, oh, grey's past, grey's gone. You know, it's got to be colours now. They do it for a reason, and everybody follows like a sheep, don't they? Oh, grey's the in colour. Everybody's got to have grey. Well, I'm a rebel. I mean, I've got white in, well, it's sort of an off-white in the lounge. It may not be off-white. It might be dirty, actually. I've got horrible wallpaper, but I can't see much of it because my Billy bookcases are in the way. And then the TV's across. So I can only see a little bit of the wallpaper, so it doesn't bug me as much as it might. Because that's like a sort of coffee coloured with leaves on. But all the rest of it, I mean, I've covered the beige carpet up, covered it up as best as I can. Can't afford to recarpet everywhere and repaint everywhere. You've got to do what you can when you can do it, don't you? I can't decorate anymore. My days that are over, I'm afraid. I want to tackle the kitchen walls myself, but my niece said she'd do them for me, so my niece and her husband did them. But I would have actually done the walls. I only asked her if she could do the ceiling because I knew I couldn't do the ceiling. But all the other rooms will have to wait. I know somebody put on, when are you going to do a tour? I can't now, can I? Because my blooming camera doesn't work anyway. And my bedroom, oh dear Lord above, no. It's like the room that nobody owns, my bedroom. I've got so much stuff everywhere because I've not got fitted wardrobes anymore, so everything is everywhere. It would be nice. Wouldn't it be lovely if you had a dressing room? You know, where you could just walk in and everything was there. That would be my ambition in life. One of my bucket list things to have a walk-in wardrobe. A cruise round the world is on my bucket list. Walk-in wardrobe. A bigger house so I could have a craft room in the house, you know, with all my wool in, instead of having to be in the garage, yeah. But that'll never happen because I won't win the lottery, so it'll never ever happen. So my friend said to me, "You wouldn't move again, would you?" And I goes, "Well, if I'd won the lottery, yeah, I would, because I'd get somebody to come in and pack everything up for me." Yeah, a walk-in closet, wouldn't it be nice? Oh dear, all your clothes just hanging, so it's all strung together. You know, all hanging nice like that, so they didn't need ironing when you pulled them out, you know, because they're all... My wardrobe's like... You have a craft... I've got a sort of a craft room, but it's turned into a bit of a junk room because it's finished up with a Hoover in there and everything that I can't fit in any other bedroom. It's finished up in the spare bedroom. There's no room for a bed in it. It's supposed to be the spare bedroom. I did think of getting a sofa bed, but now I've got the knitting machine in there. There's no room. No room at all. Because I've got my doll's house in there. I've got my mannequin in there. 2 mannequins, sorry. I've got Anne Boleyn, you know, the one that doesn't have a head, yeah. And then I've got Paris. My 6-foot mannequin, she's in there. So there's no room for anything. By the time you've fallen over the ironing board and the Hoover, there's not much room. It's only a small room. I mean, before I used to have a big bedroom that was just all full of wool. It was shelved all the way around. It was just a walk-in wool room. It was great. But sadly, I don't have enough room. Yeah, I would want a 3-bedroomed place so I could have a spare bedroom and I could still have a craft room. Or if it only had 2 bedrooms, then I could have a dining room, yeah, and a living room, so that the dining room could be a craft room. I don't want a lot, do I? But if it had stairs, then I'd have to have a stair lift to get up and down, wouldn't I? A cuddle couch like Sheila. Oh no, I've got an L-shaped one. Takes up all the room. But when I bought the L-shaped sofa thing, I had a bigger lounge. Now I've got a smaller lounge. It takes up all the room, but hey ho. When I win the lottery, of course, I should change everything. I've got to do a lot with this lottery, haven't I? Not that I'll ever win it, but you know, you can dream, can't you? We've all got to have our dreams, what we would do if we ever had any money. You know, it's just something to occupy your mind. When you can't sleep at night, you know, you can lie there and think what you would do if you won this million or few million. You know, you lie there and plot, don't you, what you would do, yeah. Oh, Farrow and ball paint. What colour is it? What colour is it? It is bright colours. It's me. Yeah, because I was actually thinking of painting the wallpaper. In the bedroom, it's blue. But then I can't move the wardrobes. The freestanding wardrobes, but I can't move them. So I'd have to paint round them. Which reminds me, when we first moved in our first house, me and my ex, we discovered that they had painted round all the furniture as well. You could see where they'd had everything, it was painted round. Mine would be like that. My bedroom would be like that. I'd paint round everything. What the eye can't see, the heart doesn't grieve, does it? Yeah. Oh dear. I'm such a rebel. Yeah, the hallway badly needs painting because it's quite grubby where people have brushed up against it. I asked the neighbours if they'd ever had a dog in here. Couldn't smell doggy, don't get me wrong. But you know where there's marks along the wall, like as if a dog's brushed against it, and it's like a bit of a dirty mark like that. And the window bottoms, you know, the big wide window bottoms have got like scratch marks, as if a dog or a cat has scratched on the window bottom. I mean, they've been painted over, but you can still see the scratch marks. And I said to neighbours either side, he said, well, they must have had one a long time ago because we never knew them to have a cat or a dog. So, oh, an olivey green. Sounds quite interesting, yeah. That might go well with a red carpet in the hall. I've got a red carpet in the hall. I walked in and I went, oh, I love the carpet. I thought, what a strange thing for anybody to say when they walk in a house. Not, oh, I like the house. Oh, I love the carpet. It actually needs hoovering. I've got to hoover tomorrow. And that's another thing. They left a hoover behind in the garage. And I didn't use it for ages because I thought, I bet it don't work. Anyway, one day I thought, I'm going to see if that hoover works. Brilliant hoover. Sucks the pattern off the carpet. But when I started it up, I could smell dog. So I'm sure they must have had a dog at some stage. Because our hoover used to smell of dog because we had the 2 dogs, yeah. Anyway, I bought some new paper. It has paper bags inside the hoover. So I bought some new paper bags. So when I hoover tomorrow, I'm going to take that bag off and put a new bag on. Then maybe it won't smell of dog. This 100 grams going a lot further than I thought it would, yeah. I don't know. It wasn't my hoover. I've only used it the one time, yeah. I don't think it was human. I don't think it was anybody clawing the window trying to get out, you know. I think it looks like dog. It looks too wide for a cat. You know, the little claw marks, yeah. Yeah, if you will, I've got my email on underneath, on my show notes underneath. I've got my email. That'd be nice, Julie. It'd be nice to get an email. People don't email me. When I show something and I say I'm selling it or I'm doing this and I'm saying, if you want any, email me and I'll give you details. Nobody ever emails me. People say sometimes, oh, I like that. What size is it? I've got email me. Nobody ever does. They'll put a comment underneath the videos. When I used to be selling stuff, they put a comment in on the YouTube, and I didn't like putting the price or anything because then you get personal because you have to ask somebody for their address or something, and I didn't want to do it, in public, on YouTube. And I'd say, email me, and then we can have a private conversation, if you know what I mean. But nobody ever did. Oh yeah, yeah. I've still got a bit of not. I haven't got paint in the garage. I've just got bits, left over from the kitchen. Yeah. Oh no, the people don't write letters anymore. They don't even write emails anymore. One time in my life, I had pen friends, and I had them they were in the Caribbean. They were mostly in West Indies. And I used to love getting the letters from them. The airmail letters used to come. I had them from Barbados and Jamaica, and I had one in Germany. And where else did I have one? I'd advertised for pen friends, didn't think I would get them. And I got loads of them. I mean, they fell off one by one, yeah. But I used to write. It used to cost me a fortune in stamps and things. There was one guy in Barbados, he wanted me to send him the paper. In them days, you could roll up the newspaper and you could send it paper rate. You just put a wrap around it rather than an envelope, and you could send it paper rate. I used to send him the blinking newspaper. Oh, thank you, Julie. Yeah. Yeah, nobody sends postcards anymore, do they? It used to be the thing. Every time you went on holiday, you'd send a postcard, and you usually got home, didn't you, before the postcard landed, especially if you were abroad. Yeah, pen friends. I used to have them from all over the place. I had a French one when I was, well, I had two French when I was at school. Paulette Bajard was one of them, and the other one was Anne-Marie Seneschal. Um, they gave me another one actually, and when I wrote to this girl, it turned out it was a boy because the name must have sounded very lady because they handed them out at school. They handed out these, and they gave me this one, and I wrote, and he went, "I'm a boy." He said, "I don't think I want to write to a girl." He said, "I want to talk about football." I went, "All right, okay." So I didn't have him. He had a name that sounded like a girl. And I'd written away, twittering away like you would one girl to another, And he turned out he was a boy. He did write back to me and say, "Sorry, I don't want to be your pen friend." Yeah, I had a bloke I had one in New Zealand as well. I had a bloke in Germany that I used to write to. But I stopped writing to him because he turned out to be such a racist. And he wrote me this letter one time, really calling somebody who was, of black origin. And I said to him, "I'm sorry," I said, "I can't write to you anymore." I said, "I've got friends, of all different colours, and I just, I don't agree with your views." It just really shocked me because, he'd written to me quite a few times. I thought we were getting on well until he wrote this one letter. And it was just pure racism from start to finish. And I thought, oh, God, no, I can't. Can't write to this bloke anymore. But I dropped quite a few off from Jamaica because they were always begging, "Can you send me this? Can you send me that?" I said, "No, I can't." Ooh, did you hear my stomach roll? Gosh, that was like a concerto, that. Yeah, well, nowadays it's so easy to chat to people all over the world, isn't it, through the internet? Well, of course, back in the day there wasn't internet. So, yeah, the only way of communicating with people was through letters, wasn't it, really? I met two of them, actually, because one of them came over. Not to meet me, he came over anyway. And we did have a day out with him and his wife, yeah. We had a meal out. It was nice to meet Joseph, yeah. He married an English girl, you see. And the marriage didn't last, so I wasn't surprised, really, because it was his fourth marriage. I thought, I'm glad he didn't want to marry me. And where did I meet the other one? I met two. Can't think where I met the other one. You got one in Zimbabwe. Ooh. No, I got them in France, New Zealand, Germany, Barbados, Jamaica. Can't think where else I had one. I used to be writing letters nearly every day of the week and posting them off. Because you had to go and get those airmail letters, or if you got airmail paper, you had to take them in to get them weighed at the post office. And the post office woman used to say to me, "What are you writing to now, Janet?" Yeah. And she used to laugh at me sending this newspaper off every week. Yeah. He wanted the Sunday paper sending off to him. It took about 3 weeks to get there, so it was old news by the time it got there. But because it used to go paper rate, so it went on a slow boat to China, I think. Yeah. But I went off him because he asked me to send him to buy him a sports bag, and he sent me a picture cut out of the paper that I used to send him, and it was leather. And I can remember we're talking about 20 years ago, and it was £37. And I went, "You must be joking." I haven't got £37. He must have thought I was rich. I said, "I don't have a sports bag that's leather." So that it wasn't a friendship really. That pen pal ship dwindled after he asked me for that sports bag. I said, "You send me the money," I said, "and I'll get it for you." Needless to say, no money arrived. Oh, I had a little boy, that's right. He was in Africa. He was only a kid. He was about 13. He used to ask me for pencils and notebooks. He send me notebooks and pencils and stuff. I mean, that wasn't so bad, really, because it wasn't, it was only coppers that he used to ask for. He didn't ask for anything expensive. He didn't want a leather sports bag. He wanted pencils, pens, and notepads. Everybody always wanted something from me. Mind you, one of my pen friends did actually send me, what did he send me? Some chocolate, I think it was. Oh, that was a pen friend in America. He sent me Hershey bar. Hershey, big kiss thing it was, a big Hershey kiss or something. It was like an Easter egg thing. I didn't like it. I didn't tell him I didn't like it. Yeah, asking for a leather sports bag, yeah. I wouldn't mind, but he was supposed to be a teacher. So, I mean, he weren't on peanuts, was he? He must have had a good wage. Yeah, there's me posting the paper off to him every week. And then he'd seen this advert for a sports bag in this paper and asked me to buy it for him. I said, "You must be joking." The worst ones were the women. I had women pen friends. I soon got rid of them. They were always on the beg. So they must think everybody in England's dead rich. We're not, we're poor as church mices. Oh, yeah. It's like that whenever I've been abroad on my own. Well, not on my own, but, girls together. If you go to places like Turkey and that. Yeah, I should have said I spent all my money, yeah. We were just talking about that, Julie. It's gone up to £300 and odd a month. I didn't get it last month, but I did get it the week after. I was a week late with mine. Yeah, they put the price up now of a private prescription from 100 and something a month to 300 and something for Monjara, yeah. That'll stop everybody just buying it, won't it? Maybe us diabetics will get it. Right, let me measure. I'm supposed to be on 20 odd inches. No, I'm not that far. I've got to take measure somewhere. Somewhere. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. How much have I knitted? 17 and a half inches. You've got a good way to go yet, Janet. I think I've got to knit 23, I think. Because there's no shaping for the armhole. Yeah, Monjaro is what I'm on. I'm not on it for dieting, though. I'm not on that, 23 inches. I'm not on the strength for dieting, yeah. Mine doesn't go up. If you're on it for a diet, it starts off at 5, then it goes to 7.5, and then I think it goes to 10. Then it goes as far as 15. That's if you to lose weight with it. But I'm only on 5, and I won't go up. I'm only on it to control my blood sugars. It's working. My blood sugars are fine. I'm not losing any weight, but then I'm not bothered because that's not what I want it for. Yeah. People say, oh, you're dead lucky, you must be losing a load of weight. And I'm like, no, you've got to diet as well. You can't just... Because the minute you stop it, all your weight comes back, unless you've changed your eating habits. And I don't mean eating less because you don't feel as hungry. Unless you actually change your lifestyle of diet, of what you actually are eating. The minute you stop the injections, you just pile the weight back on. So, and also there's lots and lots of side effects that people don't seem to realise. You can get pancreatitis, you can get all kinds of things. I mean, lace is coming undone at the bottom. I must have got it trapped in my scooter or something. I need to sew that up. Yep, it's come undone. Oh, I need a drink. I need a Coca-Cola if I've got any. I don't know whether I have any. I know I've got a dandelion and burdock, but I might have a Coke. Oh, I have. I've got a Coke. I haven't been to the dreaded Aldi. It's the only place that sells the fake stuff cheaper. I haven't been to Aldi. I've been giving it a miss. I have, because I've gone right off it. I've been buying their fruit and veg and it's not been lasting 2 minutes. So I had to spat my dummy out and stop going. I mean, that's why what I eat and what I buy is I buy fresh stuff. And if it doesn't last the week, then I don't want to know, Oh, the gym. No, I am not a gym bunny at all, Sophie. No way. They put me on a program once when I was trying to lose weight before I lost my weight. And I got this free pass to go to the gym. Oh, boring. Hated it. There were so many things that they wouldn't allow me to do because of my back situation. Because they gave me a trainer first week I went, oh, you can't go on that because of your back. You can't go on that because of that. You can't go on that. Oh. So I was cycling on the bike to nowhere and on the treadmill. And that was probably about all I could do because they wouldn't let me do any of the others. Because I have neck injuries and back injuries and everything. Oh, my friend loved the shawls. Yes, she did, yeah. That blooming seagull. Go to bed, seagull. Stop prancing about on my conservatory roof. Honestly. Don't they ever sleep, seagulls? Aldi and Lidl are probably all right if you don't want to buy a week's supply of fruit and veg at once, yeah? Because it doesn't last the week. And also, they cater for families, I think. Everything's in big packages. 49 apples in a bag, When you're single person living on your own, everything's too big for me. 2 big packets of everything. Is it raining? Sounded like it was raining. It's doing something. Either that or next door's having a shower. I prefer to buy a better quality fruit and eat it than buy a bag full and don't eat it. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? And my friend who was like, oh, yeah, nothing wrong with Aldi, nothing wrong with... She's changed her mind. She said, I got some fruit from Marks and Spencer. She said, what a difference. It tastes lovely. I said, yeah, it will. I got spoilt, you see. I think I told you I'd Berry Market, didn't I? Their fruit and veg is absolutely tip-top, I'm just surprised there's not a market here at all. Because Fleetwood Market's rubbish, And I won't go to Blackpool. But apparently the market there's shut. There's something happening out there. Sounds like it's raining to me, but I don't think it is. Might be next door having a shower. I can hear it, his water going down the drain. Yeah, I like my fruit to last the week. Yeah. Am I a good food snob? Yeah, I am a food snob. I really am. I am a food snob. I'll hold my hand up. I am. I don't know why. I'd rather have a little something good quality than a bucket full of cheap. Are you with me? Because I don't eat an awful lot anyway. So what I do eat, I prefer to. Oh, I had to throw my lamb chop away today. It didn't smell too good. I'd opened it and took one out of it. There were 2 in a pack. Put the rest of it in the fridge, but I didn't like the smell of it today. So I thought, nope, not eating it. For my stomach, I wasn't going to risk it. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. I don't know what I'm having for tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't been shopping this week. I got an order from Asda last week. I've got loads of stuff in the freezer, so I've got chicken and stuff and all sorts if I remember to fish it out in time. I usually remember when it's too late to get it defrosted. And I've got some stewing steak in there as well. And some lamb mince. If I remember to take it out in time. Hi, Lydia. Oh, I'm in a strawberries. Gorgeous, aren't they? Aldi's. I got the last ones I got from Aldi. They didn't taste of anything. The chopped from Morrison's. No, it was from Asda. But I must admit I'd had it a few days. So it was my own fault for not eating it earlier. It was still in date, but I should have ate it when I got the order. Or put it in the freezer and eaten it later. The first one I ate was alright. It was just, I ate one yesterday and it was fine. But I put the packet and that back in the fridge, and the second one didn't smell so good, so it might have been alright. It's just me. If it smells a little bit, that's me. Don't eat it. Put it in the bin. I waste food that way because, like you say, when I buy things from Aldi and Lidl, I just, Oh, you got some new shiny pans, have you? Woohoo! And I've got a blip on my finger now. I've got a sharp bit on my nail that's catching on my wall. I can't feel it, but and I can't see it, but it's catching on my wall. I don't think it's a split. If you don't file it, sometimes it rips right across, doesn't it? Oh, I can't find it. I'm a food waster. If it's a bit off, I won't eat it. I only shop once a week, and I always seem to think I'm going to eat more than I do in a week. Well, I hate going shopping it's such a trek for me. You know, going in my scooter all the way down to Cleveland's, me bag. Yeah. Yeah. And my stomach is, I've got IBS and my stomach doesn't take much to turn my stomach off, yeah. So if anything is just a bit, oh, then I won't eat it. Yeah, I've got IBS. It's no joke. But what can you do? I wish I could find out what it is that causes it, because then I wouldn't eat it. But it seems to be something different every time, yeah. $7 for dish soap. Blooming heck. Ocado. I've not done my friend done Ocado because she always manages to get these offers, where you get so many percent off and that, yeah. Well, I wouldn't pay $7 for. I mean, I get not Persil, Fairy Liquid, which is the most expensive in the UK. But even so, it's only £2 something for a big one. I mean, you can get the other cheap stuff, but it doesn't. Ugh. I don't know what I'm going to do if they close the Marks and Spencers near me. It's definitely got a blip on my finger now. It's annoying the heck out of me. Yeah, I've heard about Dawn. Obviously, we don't have Dawn dish soap here. We have Fairy Liquid, which is the most expensive one. And then we have the cheap rubbish that you buy at the supermarket that you need a bucket full in to get any the amount of froth. You get what you pay for in it. Cheap washing up liquid. You use a bucket full. You have to buy it every week. But since I moved here, I've only bought 2 fairy. I've only just started the second one. So I've had 1 fairy liquid right from moving here in January. I don't think ours are that big. I don't know how much is in ours. They're about £2 something ours. I've definitely. This is one of Aldi's, not Aldi, Timu's nail files. Look at that. It's worn all the stuff off it, and I've only used it a few times. All the grit has worn off it, so I'm trying to file my nail, and there's no grit to file it with. Wonderful Timu nail file. Can you see it? It's got no grit. Can you see it's all worn off? And I've only filed my nails just a few times with it. I've had another one, an English one. I've had it for about 10 years and it's still got all its blips. Oh, wonderful Timu. You get what you pay for. Some of you don't. Oh, Timu's very much a miss with mine. I had to send my curtains back. Curtains are rubbish. They were shower curtains when they arrived. Same material as shower curtains. And they're supposed to be kitchen curtains. They were stiff. Like a shower curtain. You'd have had a job to draw them back because they wouldn't have pleated, you know what I mean? I mean, my friend who was, Timu's wonderful, Timu's him, she said, my God, they're awful, these. We were all having a laugh. We said we could use them for a picnic table. No, I've got a pair of kitchen scissors that won't cut. It wouldn't even cut a wool. And then I have nail files that won't do any nailing. Yeah, nose that fly. Wheat bread. Our loaves. I don't know how much our loaves are. Probably about £2 something. But they're not wheat bread. They're just bread. If you start getting things like sourdough and stuff like that, they're more expensive. I've only ever tried making bread once. I don't have a bread maker or anything like that. But my bread was terrible. I am not a bread maker for sure. Peach is £3.50 a pound. $3.50 a pound. I don't know how much ours are. I mean, Chris was saying the other week that, food is more expensive in America. I said, yeah, but a lot of you get more money per week than we do, so I suppose it is. Well, I watch, what's she called, Davina. She does Little Craft Room, whatever it is. She makes all her own bread and things with sourdough. I couldn't be bothered with all that faffing about. And that lady in Israel, Crochet Objet, she makes a sourdough bread and that. All this pummeling about and proof of this and proof of that. And you have to do a starter and I couldn't be bothered. Yeah. Oh, Sheila goes to all the cheap shops, yeah. Did you not notice, or did you buy them online, Julie? I bought one dress one time from Temu, straight in the bin. Straight in the bin. It was just such a funny shape. It didn't fit anywhere. My son's bought a few things, and he always said our bin must be full of Temu. Why do we bother? I said, I don't know. Oh, I've got to the end of my ball of wool. I usually buy mine in the charity shop. This one I didn't because I was going to a wedding. I did buy this one and pay full price for it. I can't remember where I got it from now. But I was going to a wedding, so I didn't want to go looking cheap, if you know what I mean. I thought, go on, Janet, you've got to look decent, yeah. But then I had to put lace around the bottom of it. My niece has surprised me. She's been buying some things on Vinted, which surprised me no end. But she buys the things with the tags still on them. I never find anything on Vinted. Never found anything my size. Or if it's my size, it's never long enough. It's never maxi. I'm an odd one, you see. I won't show my legs, yeah. I like, boho stuff. This isn't boho because I was going to a wedding, but I like, the three-tiered and the patchwork and the weird. I really should sew, but I don't. I like the boho online shops, but oh God, there's no dresses under 40 quid, which may not sound a lot to some people if they've got money, but £40 a lot to me. So I look at them and think, no, I don't want it for £40 now. Oh God, the shine. I bought two the other week. I've had to sew one up. I've had to put elastic round the under the bust to make it fit me because it was shapeless, completely shapeless. And the other one, it didn't look anything like the picture. It looked nice on the picture. I'll wear it, but it's not thrilling. So I'm thinking, why do you bother with shine? And the ones I bought before when I lived in Fleetwood, I sold them all. Put them all on eBay. So I don't know why I bother. They look nice on the models on Shine, don't they? Or Sheen, whatever you call it. But they don't look nice when they arrive. I'm trying to find the middle of my ball because I don't like it rolling around the floor. Why do they always hide them? Some of the American yarns have got a tag, haven't they, saying pull here. I pull anywhere and I get a whole, it gives birth to a great big lump. I keep buying clothes that are too big because I cannot believe I'm the size. I don't know why I still got this fat mentality. No, she's in Canada, I think. She's either in Canada or America. I don't think we have a Costco here. I don't know. If Val's on, she'll tell me because Val's from round here. I mean, I'm from round here, but I mean, I wasn't born round here. But Val's been here. Val wasn't born here, but she's been here a number of years. So she would know if there was a Costco. I don't have transport, so I'm stuck anyway. I still have this mentality that I'm huge. I did buy a dress at the charity shop the other week. It was a size 18 and it won't go anywhere near me. So either I'm bigger than I think I am or it's wrongly sized. I still think I'm like 24 and I'm not. So I buy things and they're way too big for me. I have to stop it. Stop buying things. Or Preston's the nearest, or that lets me out there. I'm still big. Still way too big. I need to lose another couple of stone. A stone is £14, by the way, if you work in pounds and ounces. It tickles me. You get things from Shine and it says 2XL or something is a size 18 or something. And I bought 2XL and they're massive. No way are they size 18. They're more like a 22. But yeah, I was going to order like a 1XL or an XL. And then I looked and it said it was for a size 16 or so. I thought, oh, not that. So I ordered 2XL and it fits me where it touches me. It's massive. They're huge. They're way too big. So they have the sizes are all wrong on there. And yet that size 18 dress, it looked quite big actually. But when I got it home, I couldn't get it over my bust. My boobies, and I don't even have big ones. But I couldn't get it over my boobies. I've kept it though. I'm hoping I might fit in it one day. Hoping it might. I've got a knot in my wool. I wouldn't mind, I just put it there. Because it was looping, and it looped into a knot. Right, so it's out now. I think I've found the end. Well, I will in a minute when I find the end. When you come to the end of a lollipop, to the end of a lollipop, I found it, found it. When you come to the end of a lollipop, your heart goes kaput. Well, you don't call them lollipops, do you, in America? You call them suckers for some unknown reason. Hey, Donna. You've got a wardrobe full of hoping. I got rid of all of mine, didn't I? And now I wish I hadn't because I would have fitted in them. When I think of all the gorgeous things I've got rid of. Oh, I used to be. I didn't realise how big I was until I've looked at some of my old videos. Oh, dear. The only thing I could get about losing weight is, you lose your cheeks, don't you? And, so I've got these like bits that hang that were obviously full of fat before. I had bigger cheeks, didn't I? So if you take that like that, and then you let go and it comes thump. That's what happens when you lose weight, yeah. You get the Ozempic face. Yeah, I try and eat healthier. I try not to eat lots of potatoes and chips and things like that. Oh yeah, I've got the Buckley jowls. We call them the jowls. If I had money though, I wouldn't do anything because I'm too nervous. I'd be too nervous to have a facelift. Oh, I'd be too scared. Something going wrong. Finishing up looking like Katie Price. Or that wildebeesty woman, what's she called? Wilderstein. Kathy Griffiths. No, I didn't. No, Katie's. Oh, she says she can't smile now. She's had everything lifted and shifted that many times. She said, I don't know how many facelifts. Her eyes are slanting. She's had a fox eye, and her eyelids look like Dr. Spock. Go like that, straight up. You can do too much. Having a little bit of work done, is okay, but then they get addicted to it, yeah. Ladybird. I don't know. No, I don't know who Ladybird is, no. I don't know. I am not knowing. Was she on YouTube or something? Yeah, she's had fox eyes done with Katie Price. She looks a mess. I mean, the surgeon should stop. She's obviously got an addiction, whatever they call it, that body dysmorphia or something. They just take the money, don't they? They should stop. They should say, look, you've had enough now. But she'll always find somebody to do it for her if she's got the money, won't she? Yeah, I've got lines because I smile a lot. Oh dear. No, I'd be too nervous. I mean, I had my nose done, not because of cosmetic reasons, because I couldn't breathe, it'd been broken. And I finished up with the worst nose than what I started with. So, and it was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. Pain. How people do it, for fun. I don't know. I did it because it was broken at the top and I couldn't breathe. It was just blocked completely. So they had to open it up. But of course, they made it wider. So, I finished up with a blob. So, yes, I had cosmetic surgery in a way, but I didn't because I finished up with a worse nose. And I've got marks, weird lines either side now that I never had before. But I can breathe, so it was a success. It was completely shut at the top. I couldn't breathe at all. If I used to be choking because trying to breathe and eat because you couldn't breathe through your nose is quite worrying. So yes, I did have a nose surgery, but not for the reasons you think. Mm-hmm. And they try to tell us we're too young. Want to, yeah. No, I don't think I am. I mean, you'd like to think that there's some miracle cream that you could put on, wouldn't you? The only thing I might have considered if I had money is, when they'd sort of zap you with electrodes or something and tighten up the skin. It's not. I don't know Ladybird, no. I don't know her. Obviously, I don't follow her, do I? So she's somebody that eludes me. Lisa, no, I don't know her. She's somebody I've never watched, obviously. Anybody else ever watched her? There's quite a few people, obviously, that I don't watch. I tend to go off on a tangent with what I watch. I don't just watch crafting. I watch like narrowboating and different things. And I watch another lady who lives in a tiny house. And I watch another lady who does like old-fashioned cooking and stuff. And I watch quite a few other people besides crafting. Because some of the people I used to watch, they've gone on to cross-stitching and 5D painting and stuff, and I'm not interested, so I don't watch them anymore. Yeah, I've seen somebody who lives on one, a video or what. I mean, I've seen her personally. When my mum and dad went on a cruise, there was a guy there that just went from one cruise to another. I don't know whether he lived on them permanently or he just had enough money to go on one cruise to another. He was a right scruffy little man, my mum said. He looked like he wanted a good iron, if you know what I mean. Perhaps he never went home to get his things dry cleaned and ironed. Oh no, I've no idea. I've not watched that. I wouldn't have sent her any money. That's for sure. I wouldn't have married anybody from Indonesia. She only met him once before she married him. Nah. No, no, no. Oh, so would I. I wouldn't have minded going on a cruise ship. I don't know about living on one. It would get a bit boring after a while, surely. I'd like to go on a cruise. Obviously, that's on my bucket list. I would love to go on a cruise, but yeah, I've stopped watching a lot of them. They get a bit samey, don't they? Some of them always talking about the same stuff and that. Oh, of course, she's being scammed. They never can see it. Then they wonder. 80-odd-year-old woman with a 25-year-old husband, and he gets over here and he leaves it. Oh, what a surprise! I got pestered the life out of me when I was in Turkey. These young Turkish waiters. You're like, yeah, right, okay, yeah. I didn't believe a word. You are so pretty. Yeah, all right, go to Specsavers or whatever the equivalent is in Turkey. Oh, that sounds a bit intriguing, Enid. You exposed yourself. Woo. I hope you don't mean that in that way. I hope you're not a flasher, Enid. Oh, gosh, yeah. I was friendly with a lady in Australia, and her ex-husband used to keep sending money to this woman in the Philippines that he was supposed to be going to be getting engaged to. I said, I mean, the last I heard, she kept making all these excuses of why he couldn't go and visit her. And then she wanted money to come and visit him. And of course, she took the money and she never came. I thought, oh, there's no fool like an old fool, is there? Try having a French bulldog. They can produce gas out of nowhere. They fart for England. No, but these Turkish lads, I mean, young, gorgeous Turkish boys, you can understand why some people get their heads turned, but I mean, I knew what they were up to. Hi, pretty English lady, yeah, go away. I am not a pretty English lady, go away. And you mean people were sending their money to get into? Oh God, no! I mean, the minute he got over here, he'd dump her. The minute he got his residency, she likes him that much. Go and live in Indonesia with him. I bet he can't keep her into the style she's accustomed to. No, I've never got married again. Yeah, I've had boyfriends, but they've never lived with me. Not recently, though. I've never had a boyfriend, but for years. But it doesn't really interest me, to be quite honest. I'd like a handyman, a handyman who drives. Yeah, right on my street. Got his own hammer and drill. No, I don't want another husband in that way. No. Oh, there's always somebody who wants to scam somebody out of money because, unfortunately, the world has become a lot of people who don't want to work. They just want to make money, and usually through other people. She's obviously being scammed, isn't she, Julie? You don't fall in love with somebody you just meet. You might fancy them, you might have a lust with them, but you don't fall in love with them on the first time you meet them. Well, they say lust at first sight, don't they? She doesn't know what he's like. She doesn't know his family. She doesn't know his ways. Gosh, no. I think my motto is distrust everybody, and like 99% of the time, you'll be right. No, if a man came into my life, he'd have to have more money than me for a start off. He'd have to have his own house, so he didn't want mine. There'd be quite a lot of prerequisites. Why would they want to ask for your ID? Doesn't ask me for my ID. I'd be happy with a camera that worked, to be quite truthful. I don't know why this camera's giving me grief. I should have sent it back, but it's too late now. You've gone past the. I've gone past the I am able to send it back stage. I should go in a camera shop, but you know for a fact how much they're going to be. Because camera shops are like serious camera shops, aren't they? You're talking hundreds before you walk through the door. I'm knitting a sweater. You can see it. Knitting a sweater. I'm only on the first piece. It's going to take me forever to do it. Forever. If it had been crochet, it would have been finished. But I decided I wanted to knit it, so, silly me. You're off to bed. Well, it makes a change for you falling asleep and not me, doesn't it? It's like me. I watched a program the other day and they were from Iran or something like that. And then they kept giving me these adverts that were all written in whatever it is, whatever their language is. And I thought, hang on a minute, just because I watched the video don't mean I come from there. I was just intrigued what it was about. I didn't subscribe to it, you know. It's not on my list. Arabic, is it? Yeah. Well, that's what they kept giving me adverts in Arabic. And I'm like, I only watched a video once. I didn't subscribe. It was just something I was watching and it just intrigued me. You know, sometimes you like to know about different cultures, don't you? But then they presume that you're Arabic, yeah. Night vow, don't let the spider bite. Make sure it's gone to bed with you. My husband found a spider the other day, but it went under the sofa. Well, at least you don't get, have you made a will yet? Or have you thought about private cremation like I get? Yeah. You know, it's like, hey, hang on a minute. You know, I'm not thinking of going anywhere just yet. Some I have to snooze or block, say I'm not interested in it, because sometimes you see the same thing, the same thing, the same thing, and you're like, I'm not even remotely interested in that, yeah. Yeah, I don't like spiders. I won't, if they're little, I'll put them outside, but if the big things, they have to get squished. You know what? I didn't get that. Either it was a misprint or something. The T word. Woo! Oh God, I've got not knots, but ravelly things. Oh, as in him, yeah. I'm just glad he's not mine. You can keep him. We've got enough problems over here without without him. We've got some clot heads over here. So I'm saying nout. It's not as if we could say, ah, you know. What you say then, people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. That's the way I feel. We've got enough idiots over here. Well, I'm not exactly struck with him, but he's not my president, is he? So I've got enough twits over here. They're all as bad as each other. We've had that conversation before. Promise you the world, and then when they get in, they forget everything they've ever said. You wouldn't mind if they weren't such liars, would you? You know, if we ever had a politician that actually did what he said he was going to do when it was the run up to the election, that'd be a rarity, wouldn't it? You know. They're just all such liars. They should make them have a lie detector test, shouldn't they, before they get elected? You know, that one that goes, beep, 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 he's lying, beep, beep, beep. Or that zzz when they lie. It's when they do that and then they look at you. You worry, don't you, Enid? Yeah. And they go, was that you? And you're like, no, it was you. Yeah, Trixie used to give you such a disgusted look because if it was your behind it had come out of, not hers. Oh, we tried changing her food. We had everything. You know, you have these 20 questions. Who'd give Trixie this, that, and the other? Nope, she's not had anything out of the ordinary. She's just that kind of a dog. I think Jane's dog used to do that as well. When Jane comes on, Christine does that as well. You wouldn't mind if they didn't put the bottom in your face when they do it. It's like, yeah, I can feel one coming on off in the face. Yeah, the number of times we changed their food because we used to think, oh, that food doesn't agree with her. So you change her food and then she still does it, you know, oh, maybe if we didn't give her this, maybe if we didn't give her that. But made no difference. She would still do it for England. I think they're just full of wind, French bulldogs. I mean, Buster did, and occasionally Gigi did, but they weren't that bad. They weren't as bad as Trixie. Oof. She could clear a room, clear the street, no matter about a room. Oh, it sounds a bit dodgy, that, doesn't it, Amanda? There's too many con artists on YouTube, and people fall for it. I've stopped watching one or two because all they do is beg. Oh, I need this, I need that. Yeah, we all do. There's a lot of things I need. I don't come on here telling you I need them all. Yeah. If I need something to save up and get it eventually, you know. Well, they tell such sob stories, some people, don't they? They're milking it for all it's worth, you know. Some idiot sends money. No, thank you. I mean, somebody can buy me a coffee if they want. That's different because that's voluntary. You know, it's like, thank you very much. If you're going to buy me a coffee, thank you. Yeah. But I don't say you need to buy me one. You have to buy me one. No. It's just purely voluntary. Like I don't have that Snapchat chat thing, or where people send money to appreciate you being on. No, I don't have that. People said to me, "Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that." She's been given oh my God. There's a woman in Blackpool apparently that begs for clothes for her kids and different things, and people send her all sorts of stuff. I wouldn't be, couldn't, no. If I was destitute, I wouldn't. No, I used to follow one person who used to be, oh, I haven't got the money for this and I haven't got the money for that, and I don't know how I'm going to manage. And people used to send money, and I used to think, no, sorry, but no. The only time I've ever asked anybody for anything is when I was after a certain size of a crochet hook I couldn't find. And I asked people would they have a look out for it, but I said, I will send you the money. I didn't want them to give it me. It was just I couldn't buy one over here. And it turned out they couldn't buy one either, because apparently it didn't exist, this size that we have in England that they don't have in America. But I mean, I wasn't asking for it for free. I was like, I will PayPal you the money if you can find me one, yeah. Spin the wheel. Oh, that's. I thought it was illegal. You can do a giveaway, but you can't do a raffle, because there's some rules that you can't do. Because I remember somebody trying to do something. It was quite legitimate. They weren't. Um, oh, thank you, Donna. They were trying to do some kind of a raffle. It was in aid of something. It wasn't for her. But she got told she couldn't do it. She could do a giveaway and she could sell something, but she couldn't do this raffle because it was against the policies or something. But I mean, she was like raising money, but not for herself, if you're with me. But she got told she couldn't do it, so it's contravening YouTube rules or something. So I don't know if she's getting away with spin the wheel and stuff. It's like saying, I'm going to do a giveaway, but if you all give me $5, then you might win the giveaway. That's not, it's not a giveaway, is it? If I did any giveaways, I'd have to say, but if you win it and you're in America, you'll have to pay your own postage. That's why I don't do them. I've got quite a few things I could do a giveaway on, but it sounds mean saying I can only do a giveaway if you're in the UK, because half of my people that come on regularly are not in the UK. So it's like I'm ruling everybody out of it because they're in America. But if I did a giveaway, it's going to cost me £30 to send it to America. You're like, no, that's not the point, is it? It's like, yes, I'm doing a giveaway, but if you win and you're in America, you need to send me $30. Then I can pay it. Then I can post it to you. It's a bit of a rough giveaway, isn't it? It's all right with something tiny. You're giving away a key ring or something. But if you're giving away a sweater, or you're giving away a load of wool or something, you can't do it. It's all right having to pay £4 to post it in the UK, but to post it to America, no. That's why I stopped, because when I did one, the last one I did, it was all people in America who won. It cost me a blooming fortune in postage. So that was the end of that. I thought, that is it. I'm not doing it anymore. But, you cannot say, oh, it's only open to people in the UK. I don't go in for giveaways, and I haven't done because A, I don't need them. And I've got enough wool, I don't need it. And B, I always think, well, I'm in the UK. So I don't want to win a giveaway and anybody's in America and they have to post it to me. I'm like, no, it's too much. I'm not that desperate for anything. But and like people just join your channel. If you're trying to promote your channel, people just join for the giveaway and then they leave. So you don't boost your viewers by doing giveaways because you get false viewers. You get people who just join because if you say, oh, you've got to be a subscriber to join in, then they subscribe. But the minute the giveaway's finished, they unsubscribe and you never see them again. So, there's a lot of it. But there's so many people who just do it all the time. I don't know how they do it. They must have more money than me. I don't even enter competitions online. I mean, my friend, she's a dab hand, so she's always winning all sorts. I don't mean on Facebook in particular, but she'll enter a competition. She sees, it can be anything. Make up a sentence or whatever, or choose which one of these things and all that, and she wins a load of things. Tell you, if I won, I won't win anything, me. You have to make up a slogan or something. She wins all sorts of stuff. She spends a lot of time like doing competitions, but nothing to do with YouTube, nothing to do with yarn or anything, just in general. I mean, the other week she won a great big mattress topper that would have cost a fortune. But I just can't be bothered. It's too much hassle. The only thing I do is the lottery. And I never win on, well, I win lucky dips, or as I call them, unlucky dips. Because my lucky dips never win me anything. So they can't call them a lucky dip, can they? As I say, unlucky dip. Oh, it's getting near the witching hour. That's passed without me falling asleep, hasn't it? That's doing well. That's doing well. I'll turn my phone on in a bit and find out who's been in me. It can't be anything serious. Yeah, I just win lucky dips, yeah. They enter you into the next thing, don't they? That's all I win, but then I don't win on my lucky dip. That's why I call them unlucky dips. I occasionally win a fiver or a tenner, I occasionally win. But the big wins, no, they just elude me. I think the most I won was 100 and something many years ago. I had 4 numbers. Or was it 5 numbers? But so many other people had it. You see, there's a certain pot of money and they divide it up. And if I'd have won the week before, I'd have got so many thousand if I'd have had 5 numbers. But because loads and loads of people had these 5 numbers, I think I got 100 and something. Because they share it out, don't they? It's not a fixed thing. With my luck, I'd win the millions and have to share it with a million people. Oh dear. I always say to Linda, I never look until Sunday morning. I like to think I'm a millionaire until I don't look on Saturday night. I like to go to bed thinking I've won. Then, of course, I get up Sunday morning and I haven't, you know. But I've definitely got a blip on my fingernail. I've got a decent nail file in the front room. I'll do it with that. So you nearly got a video. If my camera would have been working. And I couldn't be bothered coming in here and doing it all over again because I couldn't show you the plants. I was showing you the plants because they were in the front room and I showed you all the plants. But I can't bring all the plants in here. Here's a plant, here's a plant, here's a plant. Anyway, they're on the window bottom now, so you have to look at my little Facebook picture and squint. Yeah, it was a good video and all. I was talking about my knitting. I was talking about going on wool warehouse. I was talking about all sorts of things, and then the darn thing wouldn't work. I've deleted it now. Yeah, it was a 30-minute video and it condensed to 1 minute 58. It was like, but there was no sound. I don't know what happened. Don't know what. Don't know what I pressed or what I did. No idea. I might try again, just doing a little short demo and see whether that'll upload. All I can think of is I use the remote control. Whether I press something on the remote made it go faster than the speed of light, I don't know. I'll try another one, manually turning it on and see whether or not. But it was the no sound that got me. And I know I didn't turn the sound off. So why would I turn the sound off? So as I say, I might have a play tomorrow and just do a very short one. You know, just for me. I mean, not for anybody else. Just to see whether it works if I do it manually. Instead of the remote control. Oh, it's the witching hour. And funny enough, I've just finished a pattern. Yeah, that's what I mean, Lydia. I did a lovely video showing you one by one my plants. And the blooming video didn't work. Oh, dear. Yeah, I've got to do a lot tomorrow. I've got to finish deadheading. I've got to wash my bedding. What else have I got to do? Oh, get something out of the freezers to defrost it for my dinner. I've got chicken. I've got all sorts of mince and stuff in the freezer. But I need to remember to take it out, don't I? Because you have to be careful with chicken. You've got to make sure it's defrosted properly before you cook it. There's a guy in the paper, he died abroad somewhere because he'd eaten chicken that wasn't cooked through. He got salmonella. I mean, most people get salmonella and survive, don't they? But this poor guy must have had a weakened immune system and he died through eating undercooked chicken. I'm always very careful with chicken. When I used to barbecue chicken, I used to put it in the microwave first, you know, to start it off, cook it from the inside out, to make sure that it was cooked. Or I put it in the oven for a little while before I put it out on the barbecue grill. I'd like to get a little barbecue, actually. Not a big one, just a little round one, you know, not a posh one. Don't mean a gas one or anything like that. Just a little one for one, you know, just to cook a couple of pieces of chicken or something. We left a big barbecue behind in Fleetwood. It was too big to bring here, though. I wouldn't have used it. It was when you have people, it's huge things. I mean, it look a bit sad, wouldn't it, with 2 little bits of chicken on it, I just want one of the little round ones. Rickety things on legs, yeah. You only need a handful of charcoal on them to get them going, don't you? I should look around because they might be selling them cheap now, because summer's over in a way. Well, summer's over as far as shops are concerned, isn't it? They're on to autumn now and pumpkins and stuff. So I might have got one. I looked on Amazon, but they don't have any of the cheapy ones. Right, I'm going to finish and I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. I've got to do 23 inches and I don't think I've even done 20 yet. Get me tape measure out. Get me trusty tape measure out. I've done 19 and a half, so I've still got a bit to go before I do 23. So, and I've got to do another piece. It took me weeks to do this bit. I'm not used to things taking me weeks to do. Probably I've done other things in between. Probably about 2 weeks to do this. I'm not a fast knitter. I used to be a really fast knitter, but not anymore. Right, people, I'm going to go to beddy bows now, so thank you very much for your company. You may or may not see a video. Oh, thank you, Julie. I may still be wearing this because I only put it on for the video. I didn't wear it all day, so it's not dirty. I only put it on to do the video. I had my shorts on today. Shorts and a t-shirt. Oh, thank you, Lydia. So goodbye. Whoever's left on here, Chris, Amanda, Lydia, Enid, whoever. Nathan, if you're still here. Whoever else there may be. Donna, yeah. Whoever I've missed off, sorry. But good night to you all. And I shall go and take these earrings out because I can't sleep in them. But they do match the necklace actually, but you can't see because they keep turning backwards. Look, they're pink. Pink to match the necklace. Oh, what was that? Oh, my knitting needle. Oh, good night, Nathan. You are still there. Right, nighty night, everybody. And I shall maybe see you tomorrow if I can get this camera to work. Maybe. Bye, all. Bye-bye.